Hey guys, it's Jake here, and this is the 7th tutorial in my HTML5 Game Development series. Now, in this tutorial, we're going to be creating a sprite, and I'll show you guys what that is in a second. But first of all, let's just remind you guys that we created 3 pictures. One's our jet. This is the enemy jet that we'll be shooting down, and this is the background for our canvas. Now, we also have raw pictures, so hopefully you guys do, so we can edit them later if we need to. Now, if you guys don't know what a sprite is, first of all, I'll show you one of my, whoa, I did not mean to do that. Delete. Okay, back in here. Fruit Blitz. Okay, so guys, if you haven't seen, on my website there's a game called Fruit Blitz I created. Now that's my first game. It's not much of a game at all. It's just the first thing that I started to create, and I did it a couple months ago. So I'm a lot better than this now. Basically, just choose a bug and move around. Now each and every one of these pictures, the bug, this spider thing, and the background, and this banana, are all on a sprite sheet. Now, a sprite basically is this thing right here. It's one picture file with a bunch of pictures inside of it, and basically a sprite, using the canvas, we just tell the canvas to draw a certain part of the sprite. So basically, we can tell the canvas to draw from this point to this point. Or basically, for this one, if we want to draw the main screen, we would tell the canvas to draw from 0, 0 to, I think, something like 500, 600 for this coordinate right here. And if you see up here, there is a bunch of bugs in each direction. That's basically, whenever you change the bug direction, it changes the picture of the bug to a different direction. Now, you could also do this by rotating the canvas, but this is actually a lot simpler, I would say. It just takes a lot if you need to change your image a bit. You'd have to change each single direction. But, yep, so that's what a sprite is. It's just a bunch of pictures. So what we're going to do today is create a sprite with our pictures. And I'm just going to open them up in Pixelmator. I guess we'll Pixelmator. Okay, first of all, we actually have to create one more little image. And let's create, we're going to be creating a bullet. A little, like, something that the jet will shoot. So let's do, let's see. I think I'm going to do 5 by 5. A really small bullet. We don't need something that's bigger than the jet. So, yeah, really small. Zoom in. Okay. Now, just to make it simple, let's draw. You can draw whatever kind of bullet you want. This looks really weird because it's so zoomed in. I'm just going to draw basically a little circle. Just like that. And that will be our bullet. It'll be hard to see maybe. Hopefully not. But, oh boy, that's small. No, that's not too bad actually. So we're going to leave it at that. Remember, guys, since we're drawing a picture, well, since this is a bullet and we don't want this white as the background, we just want the red to show, then you need to turn off your background layer right here and just have your shape. You could even delete the background layer, it doesn't even matter. So we're going to go to File, Save, not in there, that's my project. YouTube, there we go, Images, PXM, bullet. We'll just call it that for simplicity. Bullet, and then export. Now, whatever you guys use, whatever you use, it's cool. It doesn't even matter if you use Pixelmator or not. Especially if you don't have a Mac, then you probably, yeah, you can't use Pixelmator. So, YouTube again. Images, bullet.png, perfect. There we go. So that is the bullet done. I believe that's all we're going to need for now, let's hope. Okay, so we're going to create a sprite. So what we need to do is first of all create a new picture file. Now our game is 800 by 500, so basically a sprite could go one of two ways. You could, well, back into here, create new image. Okay, basically a sprite can go one of two ways. You could have a sprite that gets longer by the more pictures you add, or a sprite that gets wider or longer by the more pictures you have. So I think I usually do one that gets, I don't know what I do usually. I haven't done much. So let's just go 800 for the width. So that means ours is going to probably get longer, but it could get wider, whatever, however many things you add. So 800, and let's do, we might as well do, well, the minimum height is 500 because that's the height of this thing. You'll see what I mean though. Let's just do 1,000 for the height. There we go. And if I make this bigger, yeah, that's good enough. I need my window over here. Okay, so basically a sprite is all the pictures on it. So let's go find the PNG files. That's why we needed the PNG files. We're going to drag them onto here, just like that. And, oh shoot, I need to get used to this program. There we go. Basically, you guys just have to line it up with the sides of the picture canvas. If you guys don't know in Pixelmator or whatever else you use, you can snap to things like guides or document bounds or other things. But basically, it just snapped by itself to the document bounds. It kind of just snaps in there by itself. Anyways, that's the background that we're going to be using. And let's draw or pull in the bullet, the enemy jet, and our jet. Now you guys can even see, this is kind of what our game's going to be like. We're going to have a jet. We're going to control this jet. It's going to fly up and down, kind of. And then we're going to have a bunch of enemy jets coming at us. And then we're going to have this little bullet, and we're going to shoot tons of them at the enemy jets to kill them. Yeah, that's basically how it's going to work. But actually, we don't want to put our jets on the background because it wouldn't appear right. We don't want that at all. So, whoops. Put that back, try and get the bullet. There we go. Okay, so we know that our jets are 100 by 40. Also, I forgot to mention, guys, last tutorial I told you guys to draw the jets as close to their image bound as possible. We don't want that. We want them, if I select, oh, that doesn't help. You want the jet to, whoa, back it up. There we go. You want the jet to have like at least 1 pixel all around the jet so that it doesn't look cut off anywhere or something. Okay, so like I said, our jets are 100 long by 40 high. So what we need to do is add guides so it's easy to snap. Guides are really good for, well, all I did was double click this, but guides are really good to lay out things so we know what the actual pixels are and where the starting points are. So let's do a horizontal one. And we want, since our canvas is 500 high, we want the first one to be at 500 for the horizontal. And see, it appears right there. And you can move them up and down and put them wherever basically, but I'm just going to undo that. And basically I'm just going to snap my jet up on that guide. Basically it snaps that easily. Now, I thought I gave it a couple pixels in there. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Let's add another one. Now, like I said, our jet is 40 high, and since we're already at 500, we want to add 40 to that. Just like that. Now our jet's in there, and our jet is 100 long. So let's do 100. Vertical this time. And you'll see, there's a vertical one. Let's zoom in here. Now, there, I wonder what I did. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry. I was just checking that the jet, I did give it a pixel on each side when I redid it. And I did, but for some reason, it's snapping. That's why. So what I'm going to do is go up to here. And if snapping is getting in the way of trying to do things, just take off your snap features and then try aligning it by hand. Oh, geez. Come on. There we go. No snapping at all. It just gets in the way sometimes. Now, if we take a look, 100 by 40, and we have at least somewhat of a pixel or more in between all the sides of the jet. So that's perfect. That's what we want. Now, we're going to add another vertical one. Since this is 100, we want to put our jet right beside. No, let's put our jet below. So we're actually going to do a horizontal. Our enemy jet will go below. So this is 500. This is 540. So we need another 40. So we'll go 580. Just like that. Zoom out a bit. Grab our jet. There we go. And zoom in again. Now, try and align this jet. There we go. And let's align our bullets. Let's just put our bullet up here for now. And our bullet is 5 by 5, I think we did. So let's do, this is 100, so let's do vertical 105. Perfect. And for our horizontal, this is 500, so let's do 505. Perfect. Now if we zoom into that, it'll be lined up perfectly. And it's alright that this one doesn't have a pixel around it because, well, because it's kind of a circle, so it just won't look cut off weird. It looks pretty good when you zoom out. It looks like a circle bullet, so that'll be just fine. Okay, so this is basically our sprite, guys. It's just one picture file, and the reason why we made it so big, you can add as many pictures to this as you want and just keep editing it. That's why you want to create a raw file. So Pixelmator creates PXM files. So I'm just going to save it in this area. I'm going to call it sprite.pxm. Good. Now I can edit this file and I'll be able to move everything around if I need to. Also, we don't want our background to show because we don't want our jets to have a white background when they're flying over the ground and stuff. But so that's pretty much it. And again, guys, these guides help us to tell the canvas where to grab the picture from on the canvas. Yeah, sounded weird. But so this, to tell the canvas something, we're gonna start. Yeah, we'll get into that later. But basically, this jet starts at 0x 500y, and it goes to 100x 540y. So that's what we would tell the canvas, something like that. But that's the basics of it, guys. And that's pretty much the end of this tutorial. Before we quit, let's make a PNG version. So PNG, save it into your PNG area, and just press X. Actually, since it's our sprite, we're going to be using it a lot. It doesn't even matter where you put it. You could put it out here with your game.js and index. I'm just going to put it in here and rename it to sprite, sprite.png. So yep, just save it in there, and then we're good to go. In next tutorial, we will be adding these pictures to the actual game, and we'll get started. So yep, that's it for this tutorial, guys. Stay tuned for number